And we're back. We're back. Ruby and Friends, we're back. And I have another friend, young entrepreneur, businesswoman, strong, intelligent, articulate sister that I want to introduce you to. She's my friend. Her name is Tanya. Tanya, welcome to my show. Ruby's and Friends, give me a hug.
Thank you, Ruby. Thank you
No.
for inviting me.
Oh, yes, yes. And tell us a little bit about your business.
My business is TLP Brown Sugar Babies, and it is primarily a crochet doll production company. And what we do is we create dolls for representation for young black and brown children,
Love
young
it.
and old actually,
Love
black
it.
and brown children, to give them representation because representation is very important. We need things that represent us and give us positive images in this society.
Okay. And what inspired you for this particular, because this is really needed today with our youth and coming up and everything. So what just tell me a little bit about what inspired, how did you come about this?
Okay. Well, one, by my career, I am a clinical social worker. So I
Okay.
work with a lot of youth that are dealing with various different problems and issues, as well as those that are succeeding in life. And one of the things that I see is that those that have more positive people to connect with, positive images to focus on, do much better in the world. When they can connect with something that tells them that they are special, that they are kings and queens, and that they are building to be something else beyond what they may see sometimes in their neighborhoods.
Yes, yes.
That was my motivation. That was my goal, to provide those
Okay.
images,
Okay,
and to be able to
okay.
work with them around that.
Okay. And we're showing today, is this Young Boss Media? That's Young Boss Media
Yes,
doll.
yes,
That's one
this
of your
is-
dolls.
yes,
But
it
she has
is.
a whole line. And do you actually name your creations and you give them personalities? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, you know what? Their personalities are developed as they're being created, and I have very little to do with that. They just develop as they go.
Okay. Okay.
And so, in that, just like anyone that's creating or birthing something, because that's how I feel like each one is a new step, they come out with their own things, and in that, I give some of them names, and then some of them I will allow whoever it is purchasing them to provide them with a
provide
name.
the name,
But
yes.
this young lady here is my girl boss pattern, and I
Okay.
did that pattern because I think sometimes as women. We don't believe that we can be bosses. We don't believe that we can aspire to be something other than someone else's assistant or helper or whatever in that realm. And I think that it's important that we realize that we as women can also be bosses and entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And be able to fulfill those goals and those things that are in the back, in the corners of our mind that we think about but aren't willing to take that step out on. And that's what she is. She's a representation of
She's
that.
a represent. Yeah, because you and I, we are in the same business group, and you always come, and when you come to the group, you always bring a new creation, a new doll, new colors, and everything. And that's what I love too about it. Your colors, like sort of like represent us. Our colors, how we like colors, orange, red, green, and we love that. And, I thank you for that. I really do. Now, can you just tell me, like, what do you think, just real quick, what do you think is might be one disadvantage of being an entrepreneur?
I think one of the disadvantages could be the fact that you can feel isolated because sometimes as entrepreneurs we don't connect with other entrepreneurs or other business people in the realm, and you don't realize that some of the things that you're going through other people have been through.
Yes.
And you need to be able to
Yes.
see that other people have made it through that. They've
Right.
been able to accomplish and move on. And when you don't have those connections, you can't see a way out of. And I think that's why a lot of people fail in what it is that they're doing,
Okay.
because they don't see a way out.
You know, to reach out. And I believe sometimes we're afraid
Yes.
to reach out. I don't know what
Yes.
that is, the fear. And now tell me, I know it's a lot, but tell me the advantages
The
of being your
advantages?
own boss.
one of the, I think my major advantage is being able to be an example for others in my community, letting them know that it is possible to have a dream and a goal, and if you work on it, you will succeed. Having your own time schedule, you get to do what you need to do.
Yes.
And myself, I mean, my daughter is an adult now, and that's why I say, I was just talking with someone else about this, the fact that our younger people are more entrepreneurial minded, that you
Yes.
have the opportunity to
Yes.
build your schedule the way
That's
you
right.
want. So if
That's
you have
right.
small children or you have other family responsibilities, you can do what you need to do and not have
Okay.
to worry about somebody who you're punching the clock for.
Right. I totally agree. And you've been in business for how long?
I started my company. It's been a little over a year, actually.
All
It launched last year, June
right,
1st.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So where do you see yourself like 5 years down the road with your company?
Okay. Well, right now I'm working my company part-time, but I am building for it to be my full-time business. I do
Okay.
still work because I have a love for social work and working with youth, so I do work with them. But that's my end game. As I move closer to retirement, I want it to be my source of everything, so that I'll be able to work from that. And being able to build my brand in a way so that I can do other things and move it into other realms. Like I said, I'm a social worker, so I do want to use it as a means of connecting with young people, giving them a skill that they can take and use to do whatever they want with it. Because I create dolls, but you can do many things with a hook and a needle and make your goal come true.
Because I see even when you were backstage and you were waiting to come on, you were sitting there and you were crocheting.
Yes.
You were crocheting. So that's your passion and your
Yes.
love. And you can combine the two things together.
Yes.
Retirement is closer than you think, believe it or not. You know. But I love the fact that you come on, and I love the fact that you're open. Because you've given me some information and we've shared information. And, you know, that's good. That we don't, and we've talked also business and personal.
Yes.
And that she is a very good friend of mine. I'm sorry, I'm a little partial, but she really is. I have cried on her shoulders
And
a
I've
few
cried on
times,
yours,
and she's
yes.
cried on mine. You know, so I'm glad that you were able to come on and talk to me, and you know, just I wanted everybody else to know the beauty and the brightness and the intelligence that I see in you.
Thank you.
When I was offered the show and when it was brought to me, you were one of the first persons that I said I must get the doll maker. I call her the doll maker one, because our young black girls, we need this.
Yes.
We need this. Looks like us.
Well, I
This-
thank you for inviting me. And
Yes.
my dolls come in a range of skin tones because we come in a range of skin tones. So that's
Yes,
important.
yes. And where can you be found? Where are you? Where
I
you
can be
located?
found on Facebook and Instagram at TLP Brown Sugar Babies. I also have an Etsy shop under the same name, TLP Brown Sugar Babies. So I'm pretty much everywhere on the social media streets as TLP Brown Sugar
Brown
Babies.
sugar babies, right?
Yes.
And you really are, because that's how I find you. You go click on any social media and you pop right up, and that's good because a lot of people don't know. They don't know about it, and that's good. And that's why I'm so grateful that we have this show, that we can bring out like small businesses that they'll know that they are there. You don't have to go down to the big retail stores. There's people right in your neighborhood, right in your vicinity, that have the same talent, skill set, and the entrepreneur, and the stuff is really, the quality is very good.
And
It
they
really
look like
is.
you, and you're supporting your community.
Thank you. Something that looks like you, you know. So I am so happy. Give me a hug. I'm so glad
Thank you.
you know, came on. I'm so happy.
you.
And I want you to come back again.
Sure.
I want you to come
sure.
back again. Give
Most
a line
definitely.
and stuff. When you get Christmas,
Yes.
Kwanzaa coming up.
Yes.
That's
I'm doing my Christmas in July.
Oh.
Catch me on social media. It starts July 25th.
July 25th on
Yes.
social media. And say it again.
Christmas in July. So
Chris-
you'll see the promotions and specials for that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on. You are a good
Ruby,
friend
it's
of
been
mine.
wonderful. I thank you
Mwah.
so much.
Once again, thank Tanya for coming on my show and just letting us see
welcome.
that we have dolls out there that are like us. She can be found on all social media. She just told you twice. I can be found Ruby Chisholm hats, original hats and headbands. There are so many beautiful, wonderful women out there with talent and skills. So come on back. We're going to be around. Ruby and Friends. We're not going no place. Come on back and visit. Let's talk about it. I want you to meet all of my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in.